Kash Patel just tweeted yesterday that their 2020 election, they just found out the CCP was involved.
Look at that. So I've been saying this for 4 or 5 years that they stole the election. And now we see there's actual proof to it. Shout out to Kash Patel.
Released by the FBI.
Shout out to Kash Patel. He's actually doing things there.
Okay, guys, lots to talk about. A lot going on right now. We got our most viral guest, Gary. He's back in action.
Interesting. So it's 2025, Universal 9 year. We're gonna be talking about that a lot. I think this is my 9th appearance on your show.
It is.
You haven't had anyone on that many times, have you?
Not even close.
Yo, bro, I'm good content, man. I'm good content, man. And you know, here's what it comes down to, man. I had to build up differently, because I was suspended so many times on X for going against COVID, going against what people are saying, you know, Zionists. I've been talking about that before anyone else. And when you do things of that nature, you're going to get pushback from the establishment. And when I started diversifying, because I used to only be on X, I used to only be on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then when Elon Musk bought that, again, my enemy sign, born 1971, year of the pig, as soon as he bought that, I'm like, yo, I need to start getting the hell out of here because my days on X are limited. After that, open up open up IGs, open up TikToks, open up YouTubes. And quite frankly, I didn't just have one main YouTube page. I don't have one main IG page because I was so worried about that suspensions keeping, you know, continuing on all different platforms. I had to diversify. So when I have my main IG account at 300K, but if you count all my IG's accounts together, it's over 2 mil. So I basically did it that way. So it was like guerrilla warfare. If they take one account down, I still have all the others. And that was all done because of Elon Musk taking over Twitter. I knew my days were numbered, and I wasn't wrong. He's suspended me twice.
Damn, smart. Elon versus Trump. You called that happening, man. You called that years ago.
No one called that. I called that. And, you know, listen, I understand no one's going to, you know, rah. If anyone else said that, imagine Nick Fuentes said that. Everyone in the world, like, oh, he's a psychic. I say it. No one cares because it's expected. I'm expected to be right. People put me on a different pedestal because they expect me to be right. So if I'm wrong about something, yo, they'll start talking about that nonstop. But the 100 predictions I get right, no, that doesn't matter. You got one wrong. You're a fraud. It is what it is, man. People expect me to be 100%. I'm not God. But when it comes down to it, no one does this better than me.
I know you're not the biggest Fuentes fan, but he did call the Iran stuff.
No, I mean, listen, it's, you know, a 9 universal year. 2025, 2025 adds up to 9. What's going on? Iran starts with the I. I is the 9th letter. Remember India and Pakistan were at war? India, I. We have this. We see how this works. The numerology and astrology is all over the place. When was the last time Iran was at war? It was with Iraq. That happened in 1980. Again, another universal 9 year. You have 2 I's battling. And by the way, Israel has an I too. This is not hard to see. Israel, Iran, 2005 universal 9 year at war. And 1980 universal 9 year. Iraq, Iran. It's all there. People just have to open their eyes a little bit. Put down those Bibles. Put down those Qurans. Put down those Torahs. You understand? And start looking at real knowledge. Because this is what it is. It's real knowledge. How many people have you seen me read?
Close to 100 now, I'd say.
Have I ever been wrong about anything? And what's the best part? You've seen people who are my students, and you've seen them do the same exact thing, which is not a cold reading, because if this was cold reading, I wouldn't be able to pass this knowledge on to someone else. People got to really start thinking about that.
Yeah, there's something you're doing that works. You think the U.S. will get involved with Iran, though?
I'm hoping not. I don't want American troops involved in the Middle East. I want nothing to do with that. Quite frankly, I'm not the biggest fan of Israel. And I wish people would start distinguishing the difference between an Israeli, a person, and a Zionist. They ain't the same. It's about the same difference between a whore and a virgin. They're not the same. And people start thinking just because, quote unquote, I support Israel. I've never been to the wall. I never went to Israel. I have no support for that country. As a matter of fact, they do a lot of things that can be considered terroristic. I'll tell you what, just because I don't like Israel doesn't mean I'm going to support Iran. You think I'm going to support the mullahs over there?
All right, guys, Sean Kelly here, host of the Digital Social Hour podcast. Just filmed 33 amazing episodes at Student Action Summit. Shout out to Code Health, sponsor of these episodes, but also I took them before filming each day. Felt amazing. Just filmed 20 episodes straight, and I'm not even tired, honestly. So Code Health, amazing products. I also take these at home, especially when I traveled. I used to get sick every time I flew, and I started taking that. First time, I haven't had a runny nose, knock on wood. One standout element, it's so easy. You got the travel pack here, but you could just take this, fit it in your pocket if you need to. Also, all natural, like only saline solution in there. So you don't got to worry about any crazy side effects or anything. Yeah, Code's unique. With supplements, there's a lot of who knows what's in those ingredients. Code Health, I haven't seen much like this, where it's just based off the codes that are in the saline solution. So I would say they're very unique. It's going to be the future of health and medicine. Code Health has been awesome.
Feel the drop and go code yourself.
Basically execute political prisoners. I know if I was in Iran, I was gone. The same way if I was Israel, I'll be gone. Hopefully, they mutually destroy each other. That's what I'm looking for. I know that's not going to be a popular answer for you guys. Oh, he has to be he's a Zionist. Oh, no, fuck all that. I'm America first. Not that Nick Fuentes bullshit America first, but real America first with Donald Trump. Let me tell you why. Because I'm privileged. Not because I'm white, not because I know you guys want to say that, but I'm privileged because I'm American. I'm privileged because I can say, fuck you, Joe Biden. I can say a whole bunch of things and I'm not going to get arrested for saying that. People outside of America, you don't have that privilege. So obviously being an American makes me better than you because I have privileges you don't. And by the way, my First Amendment right is protected by my Second Amendment right, which is something you guys don't have either. Guns will protect free speech in this country. And that is why America is the only place on earth where people can come, be poor, work hard, and become a millionaire. There's not one other country on earth where you can work hard and not have government connections or have some nepotism or something to boost you up. You can be a normal person who works hard and make it. That's only possible in the United States of America. This is the best country that was ever created.
So you're still riding with Trump?
I'm still riding with Trump. Listen, people have to understand that in order to get in a position of power, you're going to have to deal with the Zionists. You have to deal with the Zionists. But Trump didn't launch attacks with Netanyahu. He didn't do that. If it was Bush, if it was Biden, if it was Obama, anyone else, they would have launched attacks the same freaking day with Israel. Trump didn't do that. Trump has restraint. Trump can tell Netanyahu, no, we know Biden can't do that. We know Bush can't do that. We know all of these countries can't do that. But America under Donald Trump is a different animal. Not to mention Saudis. Iran, to me, is a terrorist nation. No different than Israel. They're both terrorists. They fund Hezbollah in Yemen. They fund, not Hezbollah. Hezbollah in Lebanon. They fund the Yemen Houthis in Yemen. They fund a whole bunch of proxy groups so they can start wars on a proxy type level. They're not the good guys here. So just because you don't like Israel doesn't mean you have to go out there and support Iran. That's absolute insanity. You want to support someone in the Middle East? Support Saudi Arabia. Support the Crown Prince. You know why? Because for 60, 70 years, they tried to take out Israel with force. The Iranians tried to do it. They failed miserably. The Syrians under Assad tried to do it. The Egyptians tried to do it. The Jordanians tried to do it. They all failed. But Saudi Arabia came in with soft power and changed everything. They did it with soft power. They did it with money. The Crown Prince showed people you don't fight Israel with tanks and bombs. You fight them with money. And that's why the Crown Prince in Saudi Arabia is going to be the crown beacon of the Middle East. Israel is losing power. Saudi Arabia is going up. And by the way, that's great for the United States of America. Because America and Saudi Arabia are like this. America could not be a superpower without Saudi Arabia, the petrodollar. Saudi Arabia, the kingdom, they could not be in power without U.S. protection. It's an ideal relationship. And what else do you expect? America founded 1776, year of the monkey, and
The Tri-Light from Thera H2 is no joke. Medical grade red and near infrared light with 3 frequencies per light, deep healing, real results, and totally portable. It's legit. Photo biomodulation tech in a flexible on-body panel. This is the Tri-Light from Thera H2 and it's next level red light therapy. It's got 118 high-powered polychromatic lights, each delivering 3 healing frequencies, red and near infrared from 580 to 980 nanometers. Optimal penetration, enhanced energy, skin rejuvenation, pain relief, better performance, quicker recovery, and so much more. Thera H2 has been leading the game for over 25 years, and this panel is FDA listed and USB powered. Ultra soft and flexible and ultra portable. On-body red light therapy I use daily, and I take it everywhere I travel. This is the Thera O3 Ozone module from Thera H2. It's a portable ozone and negative ion therapy in one. It boosts oxygen, clears and sanitizes the air, and even helps your mood. It's a total game changer at home or on the go. This little device is the Thera O3 Ozone module by Thera H2, and it's one of my favorite wellness tools. In the sauna, it boosts ozone absorption through your skin up to 10 times, oxygenating your blood and supporting deep detox. Outside the sauna, it purifies the air, killing germs, bacteria, viruses, and mold, and it improves mood and sleep with negative ion therapy. It's compact, rechargeable, and perfect for travel, planes, offices, hotel rooms, you name it. It's like carrying clean energy wherever you go. This is a Thera H2 Go from Thera H2, the only bottle with molecular hydrogen structured water and red light in one. It hydrates, energizes, and detoxes water upgraded. The Thera H2 Go from Thera H2 isn't just a water bottle. It's next level hydration. It infuses your water with molecular hydrogen, one of the most powerful antioxidants out there. That means less oxidative stress, more energy, and faster recovery. But here's what makes it stand out. It's the only bottle that also structures your water and adds red light to supercharge it. It's sleek, portable, and honestly, I don't go anywhere without it.
So is Saudi Arabia. By the way, talk about people who are into numerology. The Saudis are on it. Saudi Arabia was founded on the same day the first crown prince was born.
Wow.
And by the way, the second crown prince was born the same day as well. They're on numerology. And again, a lot of Muslims will say this is haram. Go look in your Quran. Go look in your Hadith. There's numbers all over it. It is what it is.
Who do you think the real enemy is if it's not Iran?
China. China is the real enemy. Now, a lot of people would say, yo, Gary, you're nuts. It's the Zionist. So let's talk about that for a second. Is it true that Zionists have some control over America? Yes. AIPAC is a very powerful lobby, but they don't have full control over America. If they did, Donald Trump would have been bombing their ass a long time ago. So what does that mean? I mean, listen, in America, you can be a black man, you can be a white woman, you can come from different races, different religions, and still be a millionaire. You're doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Most of your guests seem to be doing pretty well, except the guy who says his arm's cut off or something. That guy's a little out there, man. But other than him, man, a lot of people are doing well in America. Yeah. So under so-called Zionist control, you're a millionaire. Under so-called Zionist control, I'm a millionaire. You know who else is a millionaire? Nick Fuentes. So under Zionist control, 6 to 7% of the population are still millionaires. Am I saying what they're doing is right? Of course not. Spreading feminism, spreading homosexuality, spreading transgenderism, spreading everything that destroys the nuclear family, obviously is a tragedy. But America's still number one. Even with some Zionist control, America's number one. What happens if the Chinese take over? What do you think? Your lifestyle is going to be the same? No, not at all. So any American who is pro-Chinese, you're basically a traitor. You're supposed to love your kids above all else. And our kids are going to inherit this country. You had privilege being an American. We've established that. I've had privilege being American, but you want to take that privilege away from your kids? What people have to understand is they'll start talking about America is imperialist. America bombs all these countries in the world. No matter who's number one, they're going to do that. What do you think? The Chinese come take over? They're not going to be all kumbaya? You think they're going to be nice? No. They're going to go to war too. Whoever is number one will protect the fight, their number one status. So you're just going to give it away without a fight? That's ridiculous. You need to fight for America because I'm going to tell you something. All you black American.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the show a lot with the algorithm. Thank you.
All you white Americans, all you Americans. If China takes over, it's back to slavery.
Damn.
It's back to change. Do you know how racist the Chinese are? Do you know what they think of black people? Do you know what they think of white people? They think they're superior to all of us. And the thing is, yes, there's some white racists around. But the fact of the matter is those white racists aren't preventing black people or anyone else from becoming millionaires. There's literally 1.8 million, I want to say this again, 1.8 million black Americans who are millionaires in this country. Go outside of America, it's less than 100,000.
Damn.
So again, 4% of the world population, America, has 1.8 black millionaires. And they want to talk about white supremacy. Yo, brother, everyone who's black in America has the same privilege as me. It's not this. It's called American privilege. That's the difference. So yes, China is an essential threat. And if China is not neutralized within the next 15 years, they have a chance to overtake us. Right now, it's not even close. America has a 20 trillion plus stock market. The Chinese have a 5. It's not even close, but they're going to catch up. They're going to catch up. So we need to stop them now before they do. And if that means fighting for Taiwan, that's exactly what it means.
They're sneaky with it too. They're buying up farmland out here.
Well, that's an Achilles heel of the Chinese. They don't have any natural resources. They have no food. They have absolutely nothing. And when it comes to the Chinese, I think the next war with China might be with Russia. The Russians and the Chinese don't get along that well. They might seem like they get along, but they really don't. And if you understand numerology and astrology, you understand why I can say this so confidently. Let's start. Benjamin Netanyahu, born 1949, year of the ox, has been wanting to attack Iran for a while. He finally did. Iran, the Islamic Republic, was founded 1979, year of the goat. The goat and ox are enemy signs. Who was the last guy who attacked Iran? A guy by the name of Saddam Hussein, born 1937, year of the ox. So we went from Saddam the ox attacking the goat Iran, and now we have our man over there, Bibi, who's doing them as well. Chinese astrology is right there. We have NATO, founded the same year as Netanyahu. Maybe that's why he's a warmonger. 1949, year of the ox, and they're at war with Russia, which was founded in 1991, year of the goat. Again, ox-goat combination. So what's this bring to China? China, again, is a 1949 ox. Russia is a goat. At some point, they're going to war. And Putin knows it. But see, Biden, with all his geniusness, he basically forced Russia to go to China. He basically forced them. They had nowhere out. They were shut down the world economy. China was the only one. So they were forced to deal with someone they did not like. That's a problem. So yes, China can be defeated now. It would take me an hour in the room with Putin and Trump to convince the Russians to switch sides. It would literally take me an hour. First of all, the Fed has to release the $300 billion they stole from Russia. They literally stole $300 billion from Russia. Did you know when we were at war with the Nazis and the Germans asked for their gold back from the Federal Reserve, we gave it to them? But with Russia, we took it. And that was a bad move by Biden. That was a horrible move by Biden because now people don't trust us like they used to. Now people don't want to keep their money in dollar denominations or fuck with the Fed because guess what? You piss off Biden, all of a sudden he locks up your money. Biden was a real economic terrorist and he forced Russia into China's hands. Biden did a lot of damage. And again, who put Biden in power? The Chinese! Did you tell me that it's 5 minutes ago?
Kash Patel just tweeted yesterday that their 2020 election, they just found out the CCP was involved.
Look at that. So I've been saying this for 4 or 5 years that they stole the election. And now we see there's actual proof to it. Shout out to Kash Patel.
Released by the FBI.
Shout out to Kash Patel. He's actually doing things there. He's doing exactly what he said he'd do.
Other than the Epstein stuff.
Well, he released more stuff than anyone else, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, I understand people want everything done, but we have to stop acting like women out here. We really have to stop acting like women out here because if you see things are moving in the direction you want, don't start yelling and screaming because it's not going fast enough. It wasn't moving at all before, and now you're attacking the progress. This is what I don't get about people attacking Donald Trump. He's doing what he said he would do. He said he's going to deport illegals. And by the way, I will support every illegal alien out there. The day I can go to Mexico, wave an American flag while I burn a Mexican flag, and I'm safe and nothing will happen to me. I will join your cause right away, because the level of insanity to live in America and wave the Mexican flag because of your so-called heritage, even though you were born in America, and if you went to Mexico, they call you a gringo just like they call me. The level of insanity to support Mexico because you don't want to go back to Mexico? Like, what the hell? I'm all for immigration. I want all of the best and brightest all over the world to come in America. From India, from Bangladesh, from Iran. I don't care where they come from. As long as they're the best and brightest, I want them here. What I don't want is poor immigrants. We have enough of our poor people. I don't want any more here. I want to take care of our own poor people. Let's take care of our vets before we start taking care of illegals. I don't understand why that's so controversial. And then you have people out there who don't believe in borders. And these are usually women. It's usually women who want to let everyone in. Kumbaya, everything's great. A nation has borders. We cannot support the whole world. We're 4% of the population. We can't do it. And again, that's why I told people many times, the 19th Amendment needs to be repealed. And to the women out there, again, I will say this on every podcast where this is brought up on. I will offer you a deal, and this deal will be something the United States government offers in the future because there's no other way forward. Women hold 75% of the debt in this nation. Us men will take that on our back. We'll cancel your debt, but you got to cancel your right to vote. I think that's a deal that most women will take. Ask them. Because most women will take, if they have like student loans, 50, 100K, they're more than willing to give up their right to vote to cancel their debt. And this is what people need to do. We need to have a nuclear family again. We need to have the woman in the household. And that means men need to step up and start making enough money to keep their woman. You understand exactly what I'm saying. Does your woman work?
No.
And is she pretty feminine because she doesn't work? See, when women work, they start having stress. That stress builds masculine traits. And then it's very, very difficult for a man to keep them in their feminine if they're actually working. So men have to do their part too. Keep your woman at home like the best and brightest do, and you're not going to have these issues.
Absolutely. Have you gone to any of these ICE protests yet?
I was going to go, but I had to catch a plane.
There was one in Miami?
And again, ICE is making a big name for themselves in 2025, isn't it?
Oh.
ICE. See another one there?
Yeah.
It's the numerology is everywhere. All you have to do is pay attention. It's there every single time. ICE is probably the most hated agency in the world right now. And again, it starts with I, just like Iran, just like Israel, just like India. It's there every single time. People just have to pay attention. And, listen, the biggest issue is always going to be feminism. Until that's fixed, nothing else is going to be fixed. It's like, basically having a hole in a ship and you're just throwing water. It keeps coming in. You can't stop it. Until you build the family unit back together, nothing's going to stop. Nothing's going to stop. Nothing. It's all going to be all the same.
Another iShowSpeed.
iShowSpeed is the perfect birthday for a streamer. And one of the reasons I am very proud of iShowSpeed, and it's for selfish reasons. When my kid was born, I eventually knew he was going to be, supersede me, and he's going to, take the mantle, and he's going to be the streamer. As a matter of fact, I might start streaming with him this year, and he's only 12.
Damn.
And people might say, yo, that's a very, very young, that you shouldn't be streaming that young. Well, it just so happens that iShowSpeed, who's born in the year of the monkey, started streaming in 2016, the year of the monkey. So it worked for him. He was in his own energy. Now let's look at iShowSpeed's birthday, 1/21/2005. It adds up to an 11. My son is an 11 in life path. iShowSpeed is born on the 21st. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 is the number of communicator. My son is born on the 21st. So without seeing what iShowSpeed did, without even knowing he existed, because he didn't exist back then, I had my son born on the same exact day as the top streamer in the world. Numerology and astrology works. If you want to be that top guy out there, the 3 and 11 number, they go real good together, like peanut butter and jelly.
Damn. He just went to China too, right?
And that's something I will call iShowSpeed out for. You do not support our enemies. You do not promote our enemies. China is the enemy, okay? A lot of people want to talk about Zionists. I just explained why Zionism is not the biggest threat. Again, it's an issue, but it's not the biggest threat. The biggest threat is the Chinese. And when a guy like iShowSpeed, who's an American, someone born in the year of the monkey, who flourished in America, founded in 1776, the year of the monkey, you should not be helping our enemies. Since he went there and he did that stream over there and he had like 100 million views, visas in China went up like 300%.
Damn.
You do not want to promote our enemy. And iShowSpeed, I really want you to think of, you're not an international star, you're an American first. America puts you on. Remember that, my friend.
Well, that's the next meta for streamers, is these countries offering tons of money to promote their tourism.
Yeah, try Saudi Arabia instead. Why don't you go to an ally like Saudi Arabia? They will get, as a matter of fact, iShowSpeed, reach out to me. I'll make sure the House of Saud reaches out to you and they'll give you the same deal the Chinese gave you. Promote our friends, not our enemies.
Facts. You were at the Bitcoin conference last month. You have an interesting prediction for Bitcoin.
Well, again, it all goes back to numerology and astrology. Bitcoin was founded in 2009, and that's the reason I've told you so many times, people like Michael Saylor, people like Hart, these guys who are nines do so good at crypto because it's made for 9 life paths. But it was also founded in a rat year. And the first time we had a real pullback in Bitcoin, 94%, was 2014. 2014 was the year of the horse, the rat's enemy sign. So in 2026, it's bye-bye. I'm not predicting 40, 50% pullbacks. I'm not predicting 60. I'm saying it's possible to have 80 to 90% pullbacks. I'm telling you guys right now, I was right about Musk. I was right about a whole bunch of other things. If you doubt me on this, you're going poor. You're going to the poorhouse. Okay? There's one more wave of crypto this year. It's going to go up one more time. It might even reach new highs in the beginning of 2026. Then it's over. We're going to see COVID lows. It's going to happen. And quite frankly, after that happens, that's when the Fed coin comes in, and that's when all the regulations come in. Because, you know, one of the things in life I studied was the 1929 stock market crash. I saw people jumping off roofs. And, you know, I was like, damn, I kind of want to see that. And guess what? We're going to see that in 2026. And most of you guys laughing now, you're the ones who are going to be thinking about that because it's going to be over. Now, am I saying cryptocurrency is done? No. At that point, the government's going to step in. They're going to say too many people lost money. We need to put in new regulations. And again, it's always going to be problem, reaction, solution. This has been planned for a long time. Now that 5 to 10% of the world understands what crypto is, they can start pushing it down everyone else's throats. Because, the petrodollar is contingent on the Saudis. As long as the Saudis and, America has a strong relationship, that doesn't matter. But again, America doesn't like being beholden to anyone else, including the Saudis. So yes, at some point, we're going to have to start having a Fed dollar, which is going to be a coin.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. That is the only logical solution. And then people are going to ask, how are they going to get people to give up their Bitcoin to get the new Fed dollar? It's going to be very simple. They're going to tell you that if you do it within the first 3 months, you'll get 50% of its value. You do it after that, it's going to be 30%. You do it after that, it's going to be 10. These people will be fucking running to change that currency. It's already all planned.
Wow.
And again, at the end of the day, they can shove the power. My cash still works. They shove the power. You can't do anything with Bitcoin. You can't do anything with crypto. There's always an Achilles heel. Never put all your eggs in one basket, ever. What else do we have to go?
AI.
AI is the most dangerous thing in human history. I'm going to tell you why. Let's go back to the slave days. Why do you think 400,000 white people who are racist gave up their lives to free the slaves? Why do you think they did that?
Why?
It wasn't because they grew a conscience overnight. That's not why. The reason they did that is because you can't flourish a middle class under a slave economy. If you're a slaver and you have a whole bunch of slaves over here where basically you're charging $1 an hour for them, how is someone supposed to have a living wage? How is someone supposed to get paid to support their family, their kids? It doesn't exist. There is no middle class in slavery. That's why slavery got removed, because they wanted to build capitalism and they wanted to build a middle class. It worked. It worked. The problem is once these AIs start coming, we're going back to a slave economy. You know, Trump talks about, oh, let's bring back the factories to America. And then people are like, well, the American people, they don't want to work. They're lazy. The game's changed, man. This ain't the 1980s. This ain't 2000. So when they open the factories back in America, it's not going to be people in there. It's going to be robots by AI, which means all the people who used to do those jobs, all of a sudden, they're out of a job. All of a sudden, they can't make money. So what happens? Universal wage. They're going to give these peasants just enough scraps to get by. And the robots are going to be taxed, and that's how they're going to pay for the basic wage. It's already been planned. They already know exactly what they're going to do. And in about 5 years, people are going to pull up these tapes. You're like, damn, how the hell did this guy know? He must be psychic. No, I'm not psychic. And this has nothing to do with numerology and astrology. It's common sense. You see the direction these people are going. You start asking yourself, what are they trying to accomplish? And what is the easiest way to accomplish that? And then you start understanding how to connect dots. It's all right there. They're going to have robots replace humans. All of a sudden, we go back to a slave economy, and most of these people in the middle class are going to the poorhouse, and they're going to be on a basic wage. The robots are going to be taxed a minimum to keep the poor people alive so they don't revolt. And again, all you have at that point is rich people and poor people. No more middle class. For every 10 people in the middle class right now, 3 are going up, 7 are going down. And here's the thing. We still have real capitalism, or at least something that resembles capitalism until this happens. This change might happen in 2027 at the earliest, 2033 at the latest. You have a few years left to go out there and make a bag. Because if you don't have your bag, by the time these robots come in, you're done. You will be in generational poverty. There will be no way out. It's going to be like the rest of the world.
That's crazy. That's scary.
That's what's coming. I mean, listen, you're set. You got your mill. Don't make any stupid mistakes. Leave the generational wealth to your kids. And I know you will. And that's the thing. People don't think about tomorrow. They only think about, yo, how do I get ahead today?
Can't think like that anymore.
No. And lastly, there's a lot of people on here who like to talk a lot of shit about what they have, what they don't have. I'm going to be very clear with people. I might not be the biggest name in the influencer game, but I've done more to change the perception of how people think than any other influencer alive. Numerology and astrology is spread everywhere. To the Muslims, to the Christians, to the blacks, to the whites. It's spread everywhere. But you know where it also spread? Red pill. You don't see the red pill talking shit about this anymore, do you?
No.
When they used to just talk shit, mad shit about this 24/7. What changed? Me. I made numerology and astrology make sense. And you can hate me. You can love me. One thing you know is I shoved this down people's throats. And now you have let's look at Elon Musk. This guy keeps suspending me, but look what he does. He had his baby this year on the 28th. He sold X to his AI company on the 28th. And the first driverless cars are coming off the assembly line on Tesla on June 28th. He's obviously doing it on purpose. And people still keep calling me a fraud. Brother, I want to make this clear to everyone out there. What's up, Zerka? I'm going to make this clear to everyone out there. I married a virgin. I have a beautiful family. I'm rich and famous. There's nothing you have on me. Absolutely not a damn thing. And at the end of the day, even when I'm gone, the information I spread is going to change this world. In 20, 30 years, when your kids and grandkids are out there, it's not just going to be Islam and Christianity. It's going to be GG33 numerology. That's how it's going to be. And no one is going to stop me.
Let's go. Let's get Zerk on here to debate you next episode.
Zerka, listen, if Zerka wants to debate, but I mean, he's not going to debate me. He knows I'll kill him. The same reason Nick Fuentes refused to debate me. He wants to talk about all day, but he doesn't want to debate any.
He called your stuff demonic.
Of course you called my stuff demonic, man. Listen, what is he actually doing? We'll end with this. What is, people talk about genocide going on in Gaza. Yes, it might be ethnic cleansing. Yes, it's murder. But it's like 5% of the population that died in Gaza. How the hell is that a genocide? If you have 5% of the population dying, that's not a genocide. You know what a real genocide is? When you're 30% of the world population in 1920, and now you're 7% of the world population. That's genocide. That is white genocide. That is actually what's happening. So all this bullshit Nick Fuentes is talking about, it doesn't matter. Nick, where your kids at, bro? You want to stop white genocide, right? Where are your kids at? You don't even have a family, and you want to talk down to other people? This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. They don't actually believe in what they say. And by the way, since when is a white supremacist named Fuentes? I mean, come on now, man. I'll tell you what. He was for Trump. He's against Trump. He's for Trump. He's against Flip. He flip-flops more than a fucking whore. So it is what it is. Nick Fuentes is a scared little man who only wants to debate people he knows he can beat. He knows I will destroy him. That's why he's never debated me. Even when I was Zerka's manager, and Zerka tried to get him to debate me. Nope. We know all the same people. And by the way, let's make this clear. When you said you were having him on, did I say you shouldn't?
You didn't.
No, I said you should have him on.
Yeah.
So I do believe in people's First Amendment rights. But if you're going to be out there, talk to someone who's actually going to challenge you. But he's not going to do that. He doesn't actually want to talk to an anti-Zionist Jew.
Maybe one day. Well, guys, check out the Q app. I've been using it. I've been playing around with it. It's dope.
The Q app is one of those things where I'm not always going to be around, but you can have a little miniature version of me. Like everything I do is based off energy. I'm born in the year of the snake. I wear a rollie, not because it looks good, but because it's founded in the snake year. I wear a Coach bag because this was found in the snake year. If you align your energy to what it should be, things start getting a lot better in life. By the way, you're an ox. You became a millionaire in 2021, right?
Yep.
The year of the ox. I rest my case.
Send it there. Thanks for coming on again. Check them out, guys. Peace.